Got 10 minutes of rolling.
Ellie Simmonds and Rosie, Young Ambassador chat, shot one, take one, action.
Hey everyone, I'm Ellie Simmonds. This year, BBC Children Needs fundraising campaign is all about making life lighter for children. So I'm here with their Young Ambassador Rosie to find out how they made life lighter for her. Can you tell me, what was your backpack growing up as a child?
So my backpack was, well, essentially, obviously I grew up with a disability. As I went into my kind of teenagehood, I realised I was different. Because up until then, I hadn't actually realised, oh, okay, other people don't use a wheelchair. And like, I became quite anxious in my body and I felt like quite insecure about who I was. I went to mainstream secondary school where, you know, I was kind of the only disabled person in my year, and I did my best to fit in and be as like palliatively disabled as I could be, and I kind of downplayed my needs.
Downplayed your needs to try and like fit into society.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of would pretend like, oh, I don't need help with this. Oh, I'm fine. I can do everything else that like a non-disabled person can. And while that is true, I kind of neglected myself, and I became quite like, I'd say angry at myself, and I kind of had a lot of self-resentment. So that was kind of in my backpack. Back then, I didn't really like myself or who I was, and I didn't realise, you know, that who I am is great.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
And it's good to be different, you know.
Oh
so,
yeah, exactly. It is. Is there any single person that really helped change you in a way and made to help you realise who you are is incredible?
I think...
Or was there a team effort?
I think it was a team effort. I went to the special school that was supported by children in need, and you know, through their input, I went there when I was 3 years old, and they always said to me, you can't say, well, it's kind of ironic because they said you can't say the word can't because you can do things, and they instilled that in me. So obviously I kind of gained that determination from a really young age. And obviously my parents, they have a massive impact on me. Yeah. My mum and dad have always said, you know, you can do whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, Rosie, and be who you are, show who you are. And then also, when I had the outreach sessions, they also, as I was growing up, they had a massive impact on how I see myself. I think all of that together, all of those, you know, great inputs I've had, has really like developed me as a person. They've made such an impact on me, so I'd say all of those are my positive relationships that I've built.
Yeah, because I want to know one thing, because I know we were talking about it, but what's been your greatest achievement?
So I feel like I've been fairly lucky and grateful to have gone on to do some amazing things after being on the rickshaw challenge in 2020.
That was amazing, wasn't it, that rickshaw challenge?
It was honestly amazing, because also it was during COVID as well. Yeah. And you know, everyone thought, are they going to do it? But we did. We did do it.
You did it, and
as
it's
a team,
incredible. You know, like you mentioned, the whole team around you, and again, raising money for children in need as well, who have helped you and helped so many kids out there. So for you to have had that help, but now also helping others, like, what an incredible thing for you.
It's honestly, as you said, like, it's amazing. Like, I'm so happy that I'm able to help children and young people who might have gone through what I've gone through, and I just feel so grateful and lucky to be able to give back in that way.
Wow, yeah, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really amazing.
Yes, you've done so much. And what's your, I know with BBC Children in Need, the Make Life Lighter campaign, what would you say about that campaign? I
would say it's very important, because I feel like mental health and health in general, I talked a lot about from an adult perspective, but it's really important that young children and young people are listened to and feel heard, because I think children might be less able to verbalise how they feel, or less able to be open about, you know, what they're going through. So I feel like as adults, it's our responsibility to give that safe space, to encourage children to open up.
Oh, it is huge, and knowing that there's someone there for them as well.
Yeah,
I think sometimes there's children out there and about that are on their own in a way.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned it in school, didn't you, about how you were processing about figuring out who you are and figuring out your disability. I think I've had the same, you know, there's that moment in time, isn't there, where you're like, actually, I'm not tall, or I'm not I can't do it like anyone else. I might have to do it in a different way. Like, I'm different.
Yeah.
But different is okay, isn't it?
Yeah, 100% different is what makes you beautiful. And I just want to get across that you are enough. You don't need to be anyone that you're not. And I feel like, and I'm not sure if you felt the same, but I spent a long time thinking, oh, I need to be this to be beautiful. I need to behave like this to be accepted. But actually, the essence that you bring, or the essence that a young child brings, a young child in my situation, your lived experience and your essence is what makes you who you are. And don't bend yourself and think, oh, I need to change for other people, because,
being you is the perfect thing, isn't
it? Yeah, exactly. That's what makes you beautiful, and you don't need to be something that you're not. And it took me a long time to realise that. But yeah.
Oh, well, I love that, because I think that message to so many children and so many people listening to this right now and watching is just, you're going to help change people, and I think that's absolutely incredible. Oh, thank you ever so much, Rosie, for chatting. I loved hearing all about your story and children in need. If you would like to donate to BBC Children in Need or challenge yourself in your fundraising, head to their website to find out how. Let's continue to make life lighter for children.